If you are a midlife woman who has tried mindset work, self-help books, prayers, journaling, coaching, or even personality quizzes, and still feels like something is missing, this video is for you. Welcome back. I'm Monty Arvu, and this is Monty Rhythm. Because what most women are handed at midlife is advice, when what we actually need is self-understanding. I'm a woman in midlife. Girl, I know you know. By the end of this video, you will understand what the big 5 personality traits really measure, why this model has stood the test of time, and why completing a full personality profile assessment with interpretation can be one of the most clarifying experiences of your life. Remember to subscribe, like, and be ready to comment. So let's normalize this. Midlife is not when women become confused. It is when we become aware that what used to work does not work the same. And if you know, you know. Aware that motivation feels inconsistent. Aware that communication takes more effort. Aware that we are tired of guessing. And most advice does not help because it assumes we all operate the same. We do not. So what is it really, and the authority it has in the game? The Big 5 personality model is not pop psychology. It is not a trend, and it is not a personality test in the casual sense. It is a psychological framework that measures how you naturally operate across 5 core trait dimensions. Not who you wish you were, not who life forced you to be, but how you are wired to think, feel, decide, and respond. That is why it has been used for decades in psychology, leadership development, education, and organizational research. Oh yeah, I got a good one. I've been using it since 1999. And it works. So here are the 5 traits. And I'm not meaning to overload anyone. Let me simplify this. The Big 5 looks at 5 areas. How open you are to change and new ideas. Fair enough. How you manage structure, discipline, and follow through. How you gain and spend energy socially. How you relate to others emotionally. How you experience stress and internal pressure. These are tendencies, not labels. They do not box you in. They explain why certain strategies exhaust you and others energize you. Girl, I said a thing. Yeah, I did. This is where many women feel relief for the first time. You're welcome. Yeah, girl, thank you. So why this matters so much more in midlife. Earlier in life, momentum can mask misalignment. Deadlines, children, roles, urgencies, those things carry you. Midlife removes the noise. And when the noise goes quiet, your wiring gets louder. That is why women say, I don't recognize myself. Or, I don't know why this feels harder. Oh, child. Nothing is wrong. Even when I started this in 1999, I knew I could reflect back on it, but there's so many other things going on in me during midlife. You're finally operating without adrenaline. So here are some common mistakes and some necessary truths. Most people misuse personality tests in 3 different ways. 1, they treat results like labels instead of operating instructions. 2, they read traits without understanding interaction between them. 3, they stop at information instead of integration. A free quiz can tell you what your traits are. A full profile assessment with interpretation tells you this. Why you struggle where you do. Why certain environments drain you. Why advice has not landed. And how to work with yourself instead of against yourself. That difference is everything. So here, what are the benefits? When a midlife woman fully understands her personality profile, she stops forcing productivity styles that do not fit. She communicates without over-explaining. She sets boundaries without guilt. She leads without burning out. She makes decisions with clarity instead of second guessing. Yeah, that sounds like freedom. Most importantly, she stops personalizing friction. That alone changes relationships. What leadership work, it changes with leadership, work, and self-trust. So why this guidance matters so much? I want to be clear about something. Data without comprehension can be overwhelming. Yeah. Some people bring you in, they leave you, and they drop you. That ain't my flow. A personality profile is powerful because of the interpretation, how traits interact, compensate, conflict, and evolve across life stages. This is why assessment plus guidance is not a luxury. It is what makes the insight usable. This is not about self-improvement. It's about self-alignment, self-development, going all the way behind the wall, behind you. So here is my invitation. This is why I do not offer personality assessments as downloads or quick scores. I don't do that. Didn't do it in 1999, and I won't do it now. I offer them as an experience. And it really is an experience, because when I got mine in 1999 and I updated mine, I had a ball with it. It's an experience. Because when a woman fully comprehends how she operates, she does not need motivation. She needs permission, to be precise. And that precision creates momentum. All right, so in the coming weeks, I will break this down further until you are ready to jump in there with me. How personality affects communication, stress, how it affects leadership, how it affects relationships, and midlife transitions. But this video right here, this is the foundation. Everything else will build from here. Yeah, because I know how much this can help. I do. And it can answer a lot of questions for you. So if you've ever felt like advice did not quite fit, or that you're trying to become someone else to succeed, girl, this is your signal. It is. Understanding your personality is not about changing who you are. No. I don't want to do that. And nobody else should want to either. It is about finally operating as who you are. If this resonated, stay with the series. And if you're ready for deeper clarity, the path forward, path forward is understanding fully, not partially. I am not a mentor that brings you in, locks you in, and leaves you to figure it out. That's not me. I stay with you. And we have the greatest experience ever. You may laugh, you may cry, you may go, then you can breathe again. All right. My connection links will be below. I hope to see you on the inside and see you back here on the Monty Rhythm channel next week as we continue to go further into the series.